Nick at Night is an American nighttime programming block on Nickelodeon. The block's programming broadcasts from prime time to late night, with the airtime varying depending on the night. The block initially consisted of syndicated sitcoms and films from the 1950s to the 1970s. In March 2004, Nielsen began splitting up Nick at Night and Nickelodeon in its primetime and total daytime ratings reports, due to the different programming, advertisers and target audience is between the two services. This caused controversy among executives of some cable channels who believed that this move manipulated the ratings, given that Nick at Night's broadcast day takes up only a fraction of Nickelodeon's programming schedule. Nickelodeon's and Nick at Night's respective ratings periods encompass only the hours they each operate under the total day rankings, though Nick at Night is rated only for the primetime ratings. This is due to a ruling by Nielsen in July 2004 that networks have to program for 51% or more of a particular daypart to qualify for ratings for that daypart. For the channel's 20th anniversary celebration in June 2005, TV Land aired an episode from almost every series that had appeared on Nick at Night. Nick at Night debuted at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on July 1, 1985, as a block on Nickelodeon, its initial programming running from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. 7 nights a week, was a mixture of sitcoms, movies, and one drama series. The block was led by Dennis the Menace and accompanied by The Donna Reed Show, the offbeat comedy Turkey Television, which, like Dennis, also aired on Nickelodeon and Route 66. A nightly film presentation, branded as the Nick at Night movie, aired at 9 p.m. ET through the end of the decade, and included such classic films as the 1947 film The Red House and the 1937 film A Star is Born. The same 5i, or block of programs originally repeated from 1 a.m. and ran until Nickelodeon began its broadcast day at 6 a.m. As Nick at Night grew, it would add to its library of shows, expanding out to rerun sketch comedy, such as episodes from the early seasons of SNL, as well as the Canadian series SCTV. It also briefly reran the 1970s mock local talk show Fern Would Tonight. As the years went by, the channel's sitcom library expanded to over 100 shows. By the early 1990s, Nick at Night began running a full schedule of programming, with overnight hours filled with a mixture of secondary runs of shows airing on its evening schedule and series that were no longer shown on the evening lineup. In 1995, Nick at Night celebrated its 10th anniversary with a week-long event in which the channel aired hand-picked episodes of almost every series that had aired on Nick at Night since its July 1985 debut. Each episode was introduced with its milestone history, episode number, and pop culture reference is to the individual program's original run on Nick at Night. A special 10th anniversary on-screen bug was shown at the bottom left corner of the screen for 10 seconds once per half-hour or show, and was used for the entire 1995 year, much in the same vein as the 20th anniversary logo in 2005. In contrast, Nick at Night did not make any acknowledgement of its 25th or 30th anniversaries following changes in management. The block launched a network in 1996, known as Nick at Night's TV Land, which in 1997 rebranded to just TV Land.